There was a man named Mr. William who lived in the city of Lagos, in a quiet, rich place called Ikoyi. He was one of the wealthiest men in the country. His name alone could open doors in high places. He owned oil companies, real estate, hotels, and secret businesses that nobody dared to talk about. People said he was powerful, that he knew things others didn't. Some said he had touched something spiritual. Some feared him. Others respected him. He lived in a huge white mansion with gold gates, long driveways, and silent workers. But even with all his riches, he had one big problem: he had no son. Years ago, he had married a beautiful woman named Mary. She was calm, wise, and full of grace. She gave birth to 2 daughters, Grace and Joy. Grace, the first daughter, was bold and fearless. Joy was soft and quiet, with a deep mind, but one night, everything changed. Mary died suddenly in her sleep. That evening, she had laughed and eaten with the family. She kissed her daughters goodnight. She went to bed wearing her favorite white wrapper. By morning, she was cold. Still gone. No one knew what killed her. Doctors said her heart stopped. But Mr. William believed something else. She had no sickness. No sign of pain. Just death. Some whispered that she had seen something she shouldn't. Others said the house was holding secrets too strong for any woman. Mary was buried quickly. Mr. William never spoke about her death again. He became colder after that. He turned all his love to his daughters. He gave them everything: cars, servants, money, but he never let them out of his sight. As the years passed, Mr. William grew older. But his looks remained the same, because he always exercised and takes care of his skin. But he never allowed his daughters to marry. "No man will take you away from me," he once said. "I will give you everything in this world." He watched his empire grow, but his fear grew with it. "When I die, who will carry my name?" He often thought, "Grace and Joy are good girls, but I don't want them to marry." One night, after his usual prayers, he slept in his sacred room. There, he had a strange dream. He saw a woman standing in fire. Her head was wrapped in red cloth. Her eyes burned like the sun. Her face was serious. She pointed at him and said, "Your name will die if your seed leaves your blood. Let it return home. Let it stay within." Then she disappeared. He woke up sweating. His hands were shaking. The next day, he traveled to Ijebu to meet an old priest. The man was over 90 years old, blind in one eye. After listening to the dream, the old man said, "The crown must stay in the house. Only your blood can carry your power. Let the root plant its own fruit." Mr. William returned home and called Grace and Joy to his private room. He told them everything: the dream, the priest's words, and what he believed must happen. "You want us to give birth to your child?" Joy said, shocked, "That is madness, Father." Grace was quiet. "No one will understand this," Joy whispered. "This is not right." But Mr. William's face was strong. His voice was low. "We are not like others," he said. "This family carries things people cannot understand. If we don't protect our bloodline, it will end and many things will be lost." For days, the house was silent. Then, one night, Grace entered her father's room. She stood at first without speaking. Then she sat down and said, "Let it be me." Mr. William smiled and the deed was done. This continued for a while until Grace eventually got pregnant. For 9 months, the house was locked off from the world. Mr. William fired most of the workers. Only a few trusted guards stayed. No visitors were allowed. No calls. No noise. When it was time for the baby to come, 2 midwives from Benin were called. Sisters. Quiet women who asked no questions. They were known for handling private births for high people. That night, the sky was strange. No stars. No moon. Thunder rolled without rain. Grace screamed for hours. It was a long, painful labor. Joy stayed outside the door, shaking. At 3 a.m., the boy was born. He was silent. Calm. Eyes wide open, they named him David. His skin was pale brown. His eyes were golden. His hands were closed like fists, but he kept staring like he had seen the world before. The midwives wrapped him in white cloth and handed him to Grace. The next morning, they were paid in cash wrapped in white paper. No word spoken. They left through the back gate, but no one ever saw them again. Their phones stopped ringing. Their houses were empty. People who knew them said they vanished that night. Like they were erased from the world. David grew fast. He walked at 7 months. He spoke clearly by his first birthday. By age 2, he could read signs and books. He asked questions no child should ask. Who is my mother? Why do I live here but never go out? Why do I look like Grandpa? Sometimes, Grace would cry silently when he asked. Joy became distant. She didn't speak much anymore. She watched David with fear. Mr. William, on the other hand, was proud. He taught David the old ways, words written in dusty books, symbols on walls, and the secret rules of the family. But something else was happening. David would wake up at night and talk to someone no one could see. He would say things like, "She said she misses you, Mama Grace. She said the firewoman is coming again."